Hey, everybody. Let's get started. It's a chess rivals battle between me and Simon Williams, the one, the only Grandmaster Simon Williams, the Ginger GM. I'm sure he started his recording by now, and who knows what shenanigans he's coming up with right now. I got nothing today. Just me, my chess.com t-shirt. It's a Friday, TGIF, one of those days where I just don't want to work. So I'm like, hey, Simon, you want to go do some videos? And he's like, yeah, let's do it, bro. Oh, it's literally how I feel today. So, here we go. I got everything ready, right? Might slip into a little bit of an accent here and there, right? I really didn't use the accents in the last Grandmaster Blitz Battle Championship shows with Nakamura and Maxime, Vache-Lagrave, and Carlsen versus Grichuk. I didn't offend any cultures. You know, I kept it to a minimal, like 3 awkward sexual jokes and no accents. I mean, whoa. Hashtag professional? Oh my god, right? Yeah, let's get rid of all the professional stuff now and go challenge Simon to our traditional rivals settings. What do we do here? Let's go find him right here. Ginger GM, 3-minute, and play. Here we go. It's on. Oh my gosh, Simon. Is this what we're doing today? I don't even have the energy for you and the frickin' birds, alright? And I'm not going to let you trick me into a King's Gambit. The last time you and I played a positional chess game, you know, something that a good Russian schoolboy could be proud of. I don't even, actually, there is no last time. I don't think it's ever happened. You know, you're a bad influence on me. I'll have you know, Simon. You are a bad influence on me in my chess. But okay. Bad influence or not, you know I love it. Alright, so I'm not exactly sure how I should crush him today. Should I maintain the tension? I guess that's what I'm committing to. Or should I be looking for just a huge, massive space advantage? I'm going to take a little bit of a flexible approach. I've hardly even committed to castling short. Though it would be strange to castle long, I haven't really committed anything in this position, which I'm hoping isn't to Simon's liking, given that he's a big fan of knowing where my king is so that he can let go of all reason and logical thinking and just go try and checkmate me. So Simon's a big fan of that happening, and I'm going to try to avoid giving him exactly what he wants. I'm increasing my space advantage on the queen side, looking to get play, which, okay, this is very common. I mean, seriously, from a chess tip perspective, I'm obviously using the power of the bishop on this diagonal to create some pressure here. If I put the rook on b8 and then take on c3 at some point, we'll have tactics on the b file. Who knows, maybe a one-night stand for the rook and bishop on b2 is in their future. So interesting. So he plays e5, but the advantage for me in that is that he really walks away from getting f5. So I feel a lot better about castling now. The chances of him playing f5 and going for a big attack is not very high. I'm up a little bit on time, which makes me feel good. But he wants to bring, look at that, he wants to bring the knight to d6. If takes c3 takes and takes b2, he wins the queen, I win a rook. He takes, I get the queen, he gets a bishop. I think I win the exchange at the end of that line, right? Let's do it. That is going to be some fun stuff. Look at that. Obviously, if I'm able to capture on a1, I win. How often do you get to promote with a queen sacrifice? Now, of course, he can play rook to b1, and then he wins the c5 pawn, but at the end of the combination, either way, yeah, he's going down some small amount of material. And in this case, he chose the lesser of two evils, I guess, Ooh, he wants to play knight f6 check. But he can't really do it. If he plays knight f6 check, I just put the king on h8 and he loses a piece. So he knows that. He's backing that thing up, but I'm just crushing him here. I mean, seriously, bishop takes d3 looks like absolute money, right? Win another pawn, get the rook to the third rank. I'm also threatening queen takes f4 here, which I'm going to go for because his knight on e4 is hanging. So he's all in, I'm all in, everybody's all in. We're having fun here. I almost want to take here and sacrifice a piece and ask him where he wants to put his knight. But you know what? It's really unnecessary to do that, so I'm not going to. He takes there, so he wants to take on f7. Also makes sense, but I'm wondering if I shouldn't just ignore the whole thing and just look to put pressure on f3. I really like this idea. The main thing is that he can't play moves like rook e1, or he could, but if he did, I'm just capturing because the b2 pawn is out of control. So if I take it, he takes it. I take on f3. If I take with the bishop, he takes, rook takes, he gets queen takes h6 check. So I got to take this way. And now the question after rook takes is, or knight takes. They're both almost completely winning here. But do I even have to do that? If I just take with the bishop, like how does he? I'm just going to take here. I really took way too much time on this. This is a completely winning position, but I'm seriously down on time. I think I'm going to take here. That was a mistake by me. Oh, whoa. Down on time. Oh, I could have just gotten a queen. But there's actually no reason to not just go get a queen this way. Boom. Let's do it. That was fun. Okay, I mean, I feel pretty good about that game from start to finish, honestly. Even with the time trouble, I think the biggest mistake I made was my time management. Overthinking some potentially simple decisions. I'm not sure that he handled that transition correctly 100% either, but I don't know that I wasn't winning in other ways as well. So, okay. We have a Tiger Austrian against the Pierce, which is where you put the bishop outside the pawn chain. Anybody who's seen me play chess before knows that I'm kind of a fan of this line. I like the positions it gives white. I like the big center. I don't like the fact that there may be some really tricky business coming here if I'm not careful on the f4 pawn. But don't even think for a second that I don't have full intentions to just sacrifice that bishop and go for a huge attack against his king. Interesting. Let's just do it. Let's go all in. All in. This is going to be fun. I don't even know that I should panic. I guess I'm just going to take here. Ooh, that's a little bit surprising, huh? I guess I'm going to take it. Followed by queen h5. And the attack rages on. So what do I have right now for the piece? Just a pawn or so. He can look to try to gobble the g6 pawn, but he can't do it right away. If queen takes g6, I have discovered checks with the knight, and we have a queen falling. So yeah, so he's in a bit of a pickle, right? After knight f7, I think he'll probably look to give up the rook for the knight, which okay, so now it makes me wonder if there's other ways to keep the attack going. I guess queen to g4 seems logical. And what I'd really like is the ability to play for f5. But currently it seems as though f5 will run into bishop takes e5, and I have no immediate follow-up. Something feels strange about this, right? Something feels like I'm missing the opportunities I have to bring down the hammer. So I'm going to pin this knight. And my idea was potentially to castle long, but that doesn't look good for him. I guess he can play king to g8, but I'm just taking on h6, right? Seems like it. Yeah, even if he moves this knight, I can take e6 with check. So a lot of noise being brought in right now against Mr. Williams. A lot of noise being brought in. A lot of pain to the party. I think he's just completely lost. Honestly. I think I'm taking the 2-0 sweep. This has been a couple of exciting 3-minute games. Obviously, if you're me, you're happy with the result. But either way, this has been nutty. Yeah, I think he's just completely busted here. Short of me finding an incredibly awkward way to lose this position, I think it's just over. I'm not even taking too much time looking for other options because there are so many moves that seem to just make my life easy. Right? It's just a raging attack right now. I just take and win a piece. Boom. Game over. Simplification killed the cat, and in this case, the ginger cat. Simon, I love you, and I'm super excited to have crushed you in the 3-minute portion. I'm ready. Yeah, he says painful. Sorry, buddy. Whenever he's ready, we're gonna move on to the 1 minute. Obviously, this is a chess rival showdown, and I like it. I love it, and want some more of it. So let's go for it. Let's go over here and challenge our play a friend, look up a recent opponent. That doesn't make sense that there's no recent opponents online, because there is. There we go. It just takes a second to load. We should fix that. We should have it give you some sort of waiting thing. I'm gonna prove that. Talk to the product team and make that better for everybody here. All right, not a lot of time here. Let's do it. Let's play our Sicilian. Let's do something nutty and just say no. Just say no. Get a double fianchetto system. Aw, yeah. Go ahead. Sack the exchange. We know you want to. Ooh, fine. Let's strike with d5. Yeah. Okay. So that's a problem. No denying that we have some problems here. Oh, jeez. This got ugly real fast. Oh, did I just... Whoa, that was silly of me. I just like forgot that he was threatening to get another queen. But you know what's funny? Is this position is still a very, very, very tight one for him. Seriously. Not enough time. Not enough time. Which is rare for me. How does this happen in our rivals, you know? I'm beating the tar out of the GM in Blitz, and he's competing with me in Bullet where he has no business competing with me. I spend too much time trying to play good moves and don't just, you know, flag my opponent like the ruthless SOB we know I am. So, I mean, that's probably part of the issue here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, things are going to get real weird. And I love that. Get out of here. Yeah, we're doing it. Don't even care. Sacrifice the piece. Fine, now we care. Oh, I didn't realize he put the pawn there. I pre-moved it. Darn it. Darn it, that was a huge mistake. I thought he was taking with the queen. Pre-move gone wrong. That's not fun. Yeah. Fork down. Boom. Two queens. Two queens is enough. Whew, this is it. I really want to win the bullet best of 3. I don't think I've won a bullet best of 3. Have I ever won a bullet best of 3? Against Simon and our rivals? I don't even know. I don't know. But I'd really like to. So let's do it. Let's go get the pawn. These positions are just so freaking nutty. Yep. Huh. I guess I'm gonna move away. Not my number one idea of a good time, but committed to it nonetheless. good. He didn't see it. Not my first idea of a good time was this game. Boom. That was so horrible. That was the worst chess game I've ever played in my life. Oh my god. That was so terrible. But a victory is a victory, right? I mean, just ask Barry Bonds. You know, a record is a record. Doesn't matter how you got there. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay? You know what's happening here. But the first, again, potential clean sweep. I won the Blitz cleanly. I won the bullet as dirty as it gets. Filthy, nasty, dirty bullet chess. That's just what just happened. And now I'm going to go win the chess 960. You know, I just did some commentary. I learned from Nakamura Carlson their victories over Grishuk and MBL. But wow, that was nasty. Simon is so funny. I love the way he talks on Skype, just like so frustrated, but just in a hilarious way after the games. Oh man, that was terrible. He's like, yeah, you were just a little bit dirty on that one. You know what? I sure was, good sir. All right, but let's go back to our. Let's go back and look for one of our recent opponents, as we've said. There we go. 3-minute chess 960, and game is on. Game is on. Here we go. Okay. You take a moment to assess the situation. I like opening pawns that open up a bishop, queen, and a rook. I feel like they're just no-brainer moves, right? Just no-brainer moves. You got to get to it and get to it fast. So I'm going to expand on this side of the board and try to get both of my bishops operating on the diagonal very quickly. We'll close out his potential counterplay. Is there an immediate threat? I don't think so. Play this interesting move f3 to bring the knight to f2. I guess I'll allow the queen trade. Ooh, I like this. It's a big, big center. For sure. Right? Let's just like open up the diagonal for the bishop again. Interesting. I'm better positionally, but maybe that doesn't matter. Maybe what matters is the tactics of the situation. I love that idea. Opening up the queen with that pawn sack was a really difficult thing for him to deal with now. I can check. I was going to say I can check and then take on g6 and win the pawn back, but I probably have something more too if I want it. So what I'm going to do now that his king is stuck is castle. And then drop the mic. Now that his king has lost the right to castle, he's officially in the center. he senses that his position is on tilt as well. Huh. But that's a really irritating move, actually. Well, that wasn't part of my plan. Well, dear Lord. Obviously, I'm trying to bring the knight to g5 to threaten queen f7 check, which is irritating for him. But, I mean, bishop takes f3 was a shot that made me wish I had castled long. That's how out of the blue that was. Okay, well now I can check, but I can also play this move, which threatens mate in 2. Check on f7 and then check on f8. Nasty stuff. He might still be losing here, despite the shot I missed. A bishop takes f3, because queen f7 check, king d8, queen f8 check is a mate that nobody's happy about. I'm not even happy about it. I mean, that's how nasty it is. It's freaky, right? It's like a Rihanna song. Even if there's a little part of you that's like, this is kind of sexy, you're also like, this feels just wrong. It feels wrong, Rihanna. Stop doing what you're doing. I think I speak for everybody when I say that. All right, so check, king up, queen takes, king runs, check, king moves. I'd like there to be a mating net, right? And one that he can't really stop, but I don't see it. All right, I'm going to take here first and foremost, because now on check I have this open C file in a lot of positions, which might be critical for that rook getting involved. All right, I'll go for this. Let him do it. Let him do what he's doing. Let's try to get the rook on c1. Rook to the c file. Okay, he gives us check. We block. Takes and takes. Fine. Go threaten bishop takes b5 check if he moves the rook. Oh, I forgot my rook was pinned. Ah! Well, that wasn't part of the plan. Ah. I'm going to lose on time. Darn it, I actually almost came back. Gah! All right, well. Oh, Simon, you dirty dog. All right, so now we got something new here. Chess 960 rematch. I got to win this game to push it to the limit to have a chance at the clean sweep. So he goes there. That's fine. I'm going to play the Sicilian. And I like my version of the Sicilian a lot. I love that it opens up the dark square bishop. I'm going to play bishop a5. Put it on that diagonal. Interesting. Should I just play b6? Yeah, I'm not really worried about the bishop being trapped there. I like this a lot. I want to play d5 with tempo, and then when he moves the knight, castle long. Boom. Develop, and quickly. If he plays g5, we're just going to take it. That's fine. That's fine. He's sacrificing out of necessity for counterplay. So if I take, right? If I take, I can open up the idea of knight e4. I want to play g5, so I can try to open up some lines. But the g pawn is just hanging, isn't it? His bishop is on d1. Ah! Oh man, that was painful. Now if I move the bishop, he's just gonna... Oh, but bishop d6 takes, bishop g3 check. No, I got nothing. Oh, there was no reason to do that. Play knight e4. Knight e4 is crushing here. It opens up the queen to hit d4, and then e5. Ooh. That was painful. But the position is still a mess, and it's still 3-0 craziness. So the point is I still have a chance. I'm just going to pre-move queen takes d4, right? Yeah, I mean, this is still a position where a lot could go wrong for him, despite my blunder. I wonder if he even saw that that the knight was hanging. I think he did. I think he saw it and saw it. You know, he obviously reacted appropriately, actually. I want to play knight f4 check and get him to take, and take with the pawn, open the rook. That's my idea. Okay, now knight f4 check would force the issue, actually, as would queen takes g1. Queen takes g1, rook takes, I get check, but queen takes g1, he can take on d3. So instead I'm going to play e4, threatening queen takes g1. I think I got to go for this. I'm threatening check and take the rook if he takes. I don't even know if I care about the knight. I want the rook. Now I want the open file for sure, and I want the big pawns in the center. If d3 check, king moves, there's no more of the checks. d3, if the knight moves, I have rook g1 check, and then I just pick up d1, right? Or actually, no, it's not that simple, so I'm going to play this one, which is actually much better. It also stops any sort of random weird checks and forces the issue. Forces the issue of opening the lines. So he plays there, so the question is, do I just take with the queen? Call his bluff? Play d3 here. d3 looks so strong. He has no checks with the queen. If he moves the knight, rook g1 is like mate, right? It's on the spot. Take here with check. Oh, I have auto queen. And that's why you go there. He tried to trap me in the auto queen gambit. Look at that, everybody. How sweet is that? We've been here before, haven't we, where I got him in the auto queen gambit. Obviously, if I take here instinctively, he mates me on c7. Of course, there's a million ways to win. I can give check with the queen and guard c7 and then take and get a queen. But that was hilarious by Simon. Good work. Touché, sir. Nice one, good chap, right? Hoping for auto-promote. He admits his dirty, rotten plan. Well, guess what we have now? The championship game, best of 3, the rubber match. It is tied 1-1, the way it was always meant to be. And we have a game for all the marbles. Right here, right now. I'm going to open up my bishops. I like having 2 bishops. I kind of knew he was going to go for that. I knew he was going to put the knight there for c4, but I'm really okay with that. I feel like the opening of the position, given the way it's gone, is actually very, very favorable for me. He went in for the knight gambit. You know, everyone knows you never play the knight gambit. Everyone knows never mess with death. Never mess with a Sicilian when death is on the line. Took me a long time to remember that pop culture reference. Good work, Dan. That's a piece that I will happily take. Yes, sir. Simon is all in. If he plays queen a3, I have this move, rook f4. Look how sexy that is. I'm threatening rook a4, stopping knight to c4, which was his whole idea. Knight c4, I can't take with the knight. If bishop takes, he mates me. Rook a4 says, not happening, Cap'n. Not happening, Cap'n. I'm going to bring the rook to a4, kick the queen out, gobble up a7, and then use my piece advantage with big center pawns. Simon only knows 1 speed, and that's reckless. Okay, that's Simon's. Simon knows 1 speed, and that is kamikaze. You know what I mean? I love that. It's why we love him, but it's also probably one of his ultimate undoings in these situations. Am I missing some kind of tactic, home slice? Because things are about to get real up in here. Knight to d3 check. I'm just going to take it. I think it's over, Red Rover. That's a discovered attack if you're keeping track at home, kids. Takes and takes. Skewer the rooks. Expect a resignation. And I think the first ever clean sweep of a Chess Rivals match. Winning all 3 divisions. Blitz, Bullet, 960. I'm going to call it. This is a big enough advantage. I'm not even worried about jinxing myself. And I literally lose winning positions for a living. That's what they pay me to do. Hey, Danny, go get a winning position and then talk yourself into a hole and then lose it so that the fans are happy. Okay, I can do that. I mean, I've been doing that since I was a kid, right? So sure. Seriously, though, that was drop the mic worthy. We don't normally ring the bell without checkmate on the board, but hey. Simon just got his bell rung, and I'm pretty excited about it. That was a blast. Now here he comes on Skype. Here he comes on Skype talking the trash. I love him. I love Simon. That was so epic. Yeah, we can do a rematch, Holmes. Anytime. All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for watching. Go ahead, give us a like, give us a share. Let your friends know that chess is ridiculous, and we'll see you around on chess.com.